recorded this, but I sounded like really awkward, and I'm probably still gonna sound awkward, but I didn't want to come up with a script, but I do know what I want to say now, so that's good. Basically this is just a speed paint of me drawing like my main OC, and I was gonna draw my other one who I draw a lot, Vikram, but I didn't like how his drawing was turning out. I did a bunch of face studies like later. I drew this like a while ago. This is like me in November, so it's a good while ago now. It's like early November, and now it's like almost January, so it's been a while, and I do not like how he looked, and I didn't like how he was turning out, and I ended up doing a bunch of face studies later, and I was just like, I can't go back to this now, so I never got around to finishing his like icon. And this was originally supposed to be like an interaction between Vikram and the other character, Ragdoll, who I do end up finishing. But now it's just going to be a standalone of Ragdoll just talking to someone. Maybe she's talking to you. I do not care. And so the idea behind Ragdoll when I first made her, which was like now like a year ago, so I've had her for a while, is that this is one of those I'm sitting in class and bored and am not paying attention at all ideas. I was literally sitting in geometry and I was just like, what if there are cats and they're in dumpsters? They're stray cats. They live in dumpsters, but they're behind like shops that you can think of an aesthetic, and you're like, you understand what someone who shops at this shop would look like. And I was like, okay, what if cats made outfits, like, with items from the shop? Like, what if they used, like, bones and stuff to, like, give them weird piercings, or, like, made necklaces out of, like, soda tabs they found? Or, like, even just, like, literally finding clothes. Maybe the shop is more, like, about clothes, and literally just wearing them, but they're tiny little kitties, so it's, like, cute. And that's originally where, like, the idea was from. So she is originally a cat who has this, like, fish skeleton earring thing. I guess the implication would be that she, like, ripped it through her ear, but that's kind of gruesome, and I don't see her doing that. So I'm just gonna say it's an earring. But I don't draw a lot as a cat anymore. I still have the design because I do like that idea. I think it's cute, and I do enjoy it. But she's also a human. It's like I have so many alternate universes and like AUs or whatever for my OCs. I don't know if that's a problem. It isn't, because I don't know. But it's chaotic. But it's also very self-indulgent for me. So that's nice. Yeah, so this is Ragdoll. She's the based off the first cat I made. So I'm very attached to her compared to the rest of them. Like, I like the other characters, but she's my favorite child. Like, I'm just saying, she's my favorite. They all know it. They're fine with it. They can deal with it. She's my favorite child. Anyway. Yeah. So, she's originally a cat, but now I mostly draw her as a human. And the idea anymore, it's not as original as before, because it's literally just like, she's just a college student who's in a band. That's not really... It's not the most original idea, but I enjoy myself when thinking about it, so... Meh. I think the cat idea is way more original, but I enjoyed writing and just, thinking about and drawing this one so much more, even if it's, kind of cliche. And the other day I was sitting there, I was just like, I hadn't watched Scott Pilgrim at the time of, when I came up, was turning them to humans, but I might have at some point, and I think, it becomes, weirdly similar to it. It's not the same thing at all, but I'm also, now I can't see past it, and the anime came out, and while I was watching it, I was like, oh, okay. It's not an original idea at all, but I enjoyed thinking about it. So Ragdoll, her aesthetic is inspired by an antique shop I don't know if she like works at an antique shop, maybe. I haven't really thought about that. All I know is she's like a history major, I think, because I am just like, oh, antique shop, old stuff. History is about old stuff. Very good thinking process right there. I'm very smart. And I don't know. So the reason she's in a band is because the other cat, one of the other cats, I came up with several, but one of the other cats I came up with, Vikram, who I drawn earlier and then scrapped. He is sort of like, he was going to be like a Hot Topic cat who lives behind Hot Topic. And I was like, he should play guitar because I think it'd be funny if he thought it'd make him look cool if he played guitar. But it won't make him look cool because he's not cool. He's an idiot. But so I think he's like, and I think he has the option to go to college, hypothetically, but he, like, his family wants him to go to college. But he does not like his, like, I think he has a bad relationship with his, like, mother, at the very least. So he's trying to, like, make a career for himself in music. Like, if he wanted to, he could fall back on his mother. But out of pure spite, he's not. Because they don't get along. So he plays guitar, and he's like, it's not working out for him. I think he's jealous of Ragdoll because in his eyes, like, things are working out for her. But Ragdoll's also a very, like, secretive person. Like, I don't think, Ragdoll's not even her, like, actual name. It's almost like a, like, aliasis or whatever. Like, it's like a stage name, basically, that she goes by. It's like Ladybird, but it's kind of like that to me. Except people don't actually know her real name. But yeah, that's kind of where the story starts off. I don't know if I'll, like, get more into it because I don't know what I'm gonna change, but that's the story. I hope you enjoyed my, like, really unscripted and, like, unorganized rambling. But thank you for at least listening or watching. I like the finished piece, even if it is now old. But it brings me joy because that is my child. Thank you. Goodbye.